Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. My name is Al P. on you, and I'm going to be your host tonight. So tonight's topic is in-node housing, and we're about to delve into all the forms of housing that will be available to you in Vera in your node. So without further ado, let's get started.
Ready to work.
So how exactly does the housing system work, you ask? Well, the player housing system is a player-owned accommodation in the form of apartments, static housing, and inns. Now, freeholds are the best form of housing, but not considered an in-node housing, as I will discuss them in much greater detail in a future video. So a little bit more about housing before we go ahead and start talking about apartments. A player may obtain one of each type of housing simultaneously. It is important to mention that static housing and apartments are one per server, while freeholds, which we'll discuss in another video, are only one per account. So it will be important if you plan to incorporate a freehold, you choose your server wisely. So with that out of the way, we're first going to talk about apartments. Now, they will be available at the village level, or node stage 3. It will have initially 50 apartments available. The mayor may additionally construct more apartment buildings when the node first hits town level or stage 4. It's important to note that similar to New World, these apartments will be instanced. The number of apartments and sizes of available apartments will increase as the node grows. It is estimated that the number of apartments for a stage 6 or metropolis will be in the hundreds. If that node were to spec into all apartment upgrades, this will be subject to testing in Alpha 2 and also what the mayor decides to upgrade. Now, prices of the apartments are going to fluctuate depending on the number of units already sold in a node. So if you're asking, well, Peon, what comes with an apartment? I'm glad you asked. Some of the benefits are going to include, the most important being you're going to get an offer of node citizenship. Apartments are also going to be PvP safe zone, along with they can be decorated, also being able to place some functional furniture. It will also be an early way to start maybe say your farming profession, as you are going to be able to have pots inside to grow seeds. So the next form of in-node housing is the static housing. Static housing provides a non-instanced experience within the node. The architecture will be determined by the racial influence of the node. So if you don't want to see that dwarven influence and see statues with women with beards, then I guess you better get good, noob, and start contributing more to the node. It is important to note that taverns and player shops are not tied to in-node housing. Now again, these will be available at the village stage, which is stage 3. There will only be 8 available static homes for purchase. These will grow in size as the node levels and eventually will become mansions at stage level 6, metropolis level. However, only houses that existed at the village stage will ever be able to become mansions. If you are lucky enough to get one of those at the village stage and take it all the way to metropolis stage, those are going to fetch quite the price on the open market and really benefit land barons who are able to afford them early. Now, the benefits of static housing are going to be similar to apartments. It's going to grant you the ability to become a node citizen, but it is important to remember that citizenship is not automatic. You must still claim it. So unlike apartments where you get small pots, you get a little bit more room. You're going to get some small garden sections for farming special types of crops. Also, you'll be able to have some crafting benches as well. The last form of in-node housing comes with inns. Inns/public houses are a default public service building that come pre-built with the node, along with being present in starting areas. Also can be a business on freeholds. Now these inns will be great for drifters searching for their next home. They will provide some extra storage and some limited furniture applications. They are on a per room basis depending on the type of room that you get. Now it's time to talk about our sponsor for tonight's show, the Hidden Dagger Inn. I assure you, you will get the best night's sleep and home-cooked meals in preparation for your next day's grinding.
We spared no expense.
Now, the primary tenant of the inn can go ahead and invite party members into the instanced inn and set access permissions for family members. So these are the 3 primary types of in-node housing that you can rest your head for a while in the node. So you might be saying, Peon, well, can I sell these? The answer would be yes. Players can buy deeds for housing from the node, may buy and or sell properties from other players. Now, the developers are considering an auction system-based method for a new listed properties as the node advances, but this is subject to future testing. A grace period will occur before the house becomes available for auction, and the bids will be accepted starting at the minimum reserve value based on the citizens of that node. The highest bidder, of course, will win the property. Also, there will be no cap of the price of a player's house sale.
$1 million.
In-node housing will absolutely be at a premium and will certainly be hotly contested. Now for the part that nobody wants to hear. Peon, can my in-node housing be destroyed? Again, that answer would be yes. Node buildings, including player housing, have hit points and can be damaged or destroyed. NPC-driven events that are a response to a story arc or node atrophy, along with the node sieges and node wars, can damage and destroy your buildings. Attackers don't necessarily have to win the siege. They can target specific buildings with siege weapons and bombs. So if you know where that punk Seymour Butts lives, you might just target his house to piss him off. So not only do you need to worry about losing him to possible node sieges, another area for concern is losing it to a possible in-game weather mechanic like tornadoes or hurricane. So you best be calling Jake from State Farm and making sure you got good homeowners insurance. Mayors do have the ability to demolish constructed buildings, but they will have to have a player vote in order to do so. Also, if the mayor decides to destroy an apartment building, your things in the apartment and layouts will be mailed to the owner. And lastly, if your building maintenance is not paid or damaged in a siege, the building will enter a state of disarray. It will not be available for use until it is repaired or paid. If the node siege was successful, your once proud home will be a pile of rubble, and the node governments must clear the rubble before reconstruction. So in summary, we went over all three forms of in-node housing, with apartments, static housing, and inns. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of these systems. If you're still watching, I'd like to say thank you. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment, as it really helps me with the algorithm gods as I'm a new channel. Thank you very much, Vera, and have a great day. Dude, the video is over. Are you stalking me? If you must talk to me, come see me in our Discord, where we're trying to build a like-minded community. And check me out on Twitch at The Hidden Dagger Inn. Take care, all.
Work complete.